So, hello, yeah, this is like now the second coat, so I thought I'd do a video to explain, you know, how it's coming along and what my plan is. So, a long time ago, when I painted this wall, I gave it a texture. Some areas were missing, like this area, so I've been using the paint, which I went today, a bigger tub for 35 quid. And some, what is this, natural charcoal, for then the black spots. I'm waiting for a stencil to arrive, but I can't do that until this is fully dried, and I'm thinking I'm going to do one more coat. And this is the same colour as the Imperials, because I just had it left and it's antique white, and as this room eventually will be made to look antique-like and old, I want that effect. So people will be probably thinking, God, Cameron, you made a mess right there. And yeah, I have. But that's because I'm not really too bothered, because there will be, I don't know what it's called, but there'll be some type of trimming going in the corners with mitre cuts going all the way around in gold. So that's why I'm not really being very clean about that, because it don't matter, because they're going to have decorative pieces. I've taken out most of the screws. Earlier, if you saw, I've filled that hole up, because this is drywall. I don't know how it happened, that hole there and that marked one. Filled it up with body filler, since though that's the fastest filler that can fill deep crevices, like as deep as you want, and it'll harden like rock, which is about here. So yeah, that's that. And what I did was I used the expanding foam, not in a canister, the stuff I already have, the resin based for the props. And I didn't really think about it because it made a bit of a mess, but it'll come up. And I just poured it in, and then now that expanded out, and then gave me something to body fill against. So that's that. And I didn't have to make it tidy, because again, there are people will be thinking, what is this? Again, it's just, I like texture to walls. Straight, you know, flat walls I've never really liked, I'll be honest. So a bit of texture hides imperfections. Like this corner, yeah, that corner didn't have any, but in that corner there's a massive crack going from the door, and now it's pretty much gone. I should have took a picture before. So yeah, what my plan is, when the stencil arrives, and once it's got its one more coat, hopefully maybe tomorrow, I'm nearly out as well, so that'll be the last bit coat as best as possible. I haven't gone super all the way down or behind this, because this is staying here, and the bed as well when I get a proper bed, because I'm going to make, like I say, the room look nice, not a thing that I built myself, which used to be a massive shelf that used to go across here, and I had moulds and all that above it when, you know, and then I turned it into a, it works as a bed, but yeah. And then this, people will be thinking, what, this was a thing from, I've been in this room for a few years now, because I used to live in the loft, and at the time I was into like skateboard stuff, hence the reason for the skateboard, which is not there at the minute. And I've always liked that type of thing. I've never filled it out, but I need to get more. And by the way, yes, that is what you're thinking it is. I'm not a druggie or anything. I've just always liked the look, basically. So don't get the wrong impression. I just like the stickers. So yeah, what my vision is, there will be a shelf here and a shelf there, because I need shelves. And there'll be a long one going across there to put all the Daleks above, and then down here like miscellaneous stuff. Like when I first came into this room, this is pretty much what it was. There was a nice shelf, it had a nice blind and everything like that, and then I turned it into a workshop, and then it became this. So yeah, I want it to be a nice bedroom again, since though the camera will be pointing towards this side of the room when it's back there. But yeah, it's coming along. So it'll be shelves coming down here, shelves coming down there. Eventually there'll be shelves there as well. And then eventually I'll then paint that wall, take all this junk down and paint that wall and have Dalmatian spots there. And then black just going all the way like a strip. And everything will be then nice and tidy. And then all of this junk, I would show the floor, but you know, you don't want to see that. And then a little-ish table for the 3D printer to go back on, instead of using the drawers, because they're a little rickety. They need some timber putting in to make them solid. This will eventually be painted black. Or maybe everything will be Dalmatian themed. Whatever's up against this wall and that wall, I'll paint in Dalmatian theme. So maybe the drawers will also be painted. There's going to be then eventually. I've always liked this corner to be like cozy, if that makes sense. So eventually there'll be a light coming over, like them. I don't know, but something that comes over so that I can switch it on and it's above my head. Like bookshelves, like I say, make it more lived in instead of it being like an empty space. So yeah, that's just a little video, basically.